Welcome back to the Profit Playbook. This is part 3 of how to maximize your sales without an audience, meaning you do not have a following. You're stepping into brand new territory and you're like, how do I get sales if I have no engagement? Well, this, my friend, is part 3 of how to do that. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already so that you can be in the know instantly for any sections, any play-by-plays, any of the steps that I have laid out for you exclusive to the Profit Playbook right here on this channel. Be sure to hit the like button as soon as you find value from this video. I'd so appreciate the support. And if you have any additional thoughts, questions, please put them below as you think of them so that I can give you exactly what you need in the step-by-step for how to make money online, how to do so effectively, and you being able to generate the income that you desire. Now, I'm a full-time mom of 3 kids under age 6. I am also a 6-figure earner in the online space. Last month, I made about $42,000, and I want you to be able to do the same. Now, that's not something that's going to happen overnight. It will start from zero. It will start from you not knowing freaking crap what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, which is why I have this Profit Playbook. That's why every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday by about 2 Eastern, you're going to get notified if you're subscribed, if you have the bell on for notifications. I want you to be in the know instantly. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I dare you. Now, in part 3 of how to maximize your sales without a following, that means you have no audience. Here you are, maybe being stressed out like I was a couple years ago. How do I do this? What do I do? You don't want to use outdated strategies like bugging family and friends. So one of the biggest things to do alongside part 1 and part 2 of this section in the Profit Playbook would be to get on TikTok. Now, before you go peeing your pants saying, oh, I don't know TikTok. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, I don't know how to do. Same. Everyone starts at 0. It's your choice if you stay there. Everyone who gets on TikTok, who wants to make money online, especially in that niche, freaks out at the beginning. You're in good hands. You're in good company. Now it's a matter of you getting on TikTok, following the steps of what I'll give you today, right now in this video, in simplicity, so that you can start out, you can have a leg up, and you can get over the fear of, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, no, duh, you don't know what you're doing, Sherlock. You've never done it before. So give yourself some grace. You've got to give yourself some grace. You've got to understand that everything that you want wants you to, if you actually go do the thing instead of staying in fear. Okay. Now, maximizing sales without a following. Maximizing sales without a following. When you're maximizing something, you're making it bigger. When you're maximizing something, you're stretching it to the point where it cannot go any further. And I want you to know that whether you've had $20 online made before for yourself, or you are making $2,000 a week and more, this video is for you. Getting on TikTok is going to be, bar none, the most quick and most lucrative way that you can amp your sales from the very beginning. Here's a couple reasons why. TikTok is a cold marketing platform. It's not like Facebook where it's all your friends and family seeing your reels and then you hope to get an audience by other people finding your stuff through reels. Yes, that will happen. And yes, that's covered in part 2 of how to maximize your sales without a following. Hashtags. You might want to go watch that one if you haven't already. Now, Facebook is more of a warm contact thing until you can figure out Facebook, which will be trainings eventually inside Profit Playbook. So yes, subscribe because I got your back. Until you have that formula narrowed down on Facebook, you will want to tap into a cold market from the beginning so that you can start generating income from the beginning. Being on TikTok is a cold marketing platform. Being on TikTok allows you to reach people who do not know you at all. They were not at the family party. You did not see them at the neighborhood event. You don't see them on the weekend and hang out. They're not in your community or your organization for certain gatherings and things. You don't know them at all. At all. You didn't go to high school with them either. So you're not feeling like you're spammy Kathy. You get on TikTok, you follow part 1 and 2 for setting up a domain, for making it branded to you, for doing the right hashtags and narrowing down an audience. Getting on TikTok is going to be so lucrative, so lucrative. Now, inside the next video, we're going to be discussing a 4-point formula for how to maximize yourself on TikTok specifically. But in this video, right now, you're going to want to pay attention to the basics of TikTok and what you want to do from the very start. First and foremost, your profile picture when you get on TikTok. Yeah, you're going to need to go to the App Store and download the TikTok app. Hopefully that's pretty basic. Hopefully you've got that in the bag. Don't need to cover that part in this video, hopefully. Now, once you have that app on your phone, you're going to create an account. You're going to have your profile picture. Please, for the love, Be a picture of you. Do not have it be where it's a picture of a dog or a picture of your kids or a picture of something else, a house, whatever. Don't have it be a gray silhouette. It's got to be you, preferably with a bright color in the background, pink, green, yellow, something like that. Because when someone's on TikTok, just like you've scrolled through and you've watched funny videos or whatever else, you see the profile picture at the bottom, you're more inclined to click it if there is a bright color behind. And if someone is making eye contact and the profile picture is something that you're like, wow, that's a real person. Wow, she seems really cool, right? That's the first step. Profile picture needs to be a picture of you. No, it does not need to be a headshot. It doesn't need to be professional. Good lighting, just like this, be outside, have something in the background that's bright that makes a person want to be like, click, who is that? Okay. A way of branding, yet again, just like you learned in part 1 of this mini series within the Profit Playbook. Now, from your profile picture, you're going to be able to type in a bio. The bio is super important because just like you learned in part 1 from this Profit Playbook, this mini series inside, is that you want something branded to you. I don't care if you have a stand store. I don't care if you have a funnel. I don't care if you have a link tree, whatever it is, please go follow part 1 and get a domain so that in your bio, because you have no followers yet, right? You don't have any followers, which means you cannot have a click and go thing from TikTok unless you set up a business account, which I don't recommend doing, to be honest. Please do a personal profile. Do not do a business account. That's note number 2. Because you have a personal profile on TikTok, you're going to want to type the domain in your bio. It can't be a link tree where they click and go. And if it is a link tree where you're typing out HTTPS, link.tree, whatever, people are never going to do that, which means you're not going to get sales until what? You have 1,000 followers? No, my friend. I want you getting sales right now with 10 followers. I want you getting sales right now with 50 followers and 500 and then 1,000 and you being able to maximize that. Okay. Make sure that the link in your bio has your domain. So if it's something like make fulltimeincome.com, which is probably taken, that's just off of the top of my head, bad example. But if it's makemoneyonline.com, makemoneyfromhome.com, you would capitalize the beginning letter of each word so that a person can look at your bio and see, okay, I'm going to go to this website. It's easily readable, remembered, and typed, just like you learned in part 1. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. Go back and watch it if you've not seen that video yet. Okay. In your bio, it doesn't need to be where I love cats and I love to ski and I live in Colorado. No one cares. They want to know why they want to be there. So think of your bio like a preface to a book. Why is it they want to open the page? Why is it they want to start chapter 1? You've got to think of your bio on TikTok like an opening, a first impression of why they'd want to hit the follow button, why they'd want to hear from you again as they're scrolling through and being distracted by kittens and puppies. Okay. In your bio, you want it to include your domain, capital letter at the beginning, so it's easily readable, typed, and remembered. And you want it to be something, this is a good formula. You're going to want to write this down. You're going to want it to be where you're talking to an audience. You help who do what in what time frame without what sacrifice. Write that down. You help who do what in what time frame without insert sacrifice. So for example, off the top of my head, because these are unscripted, unfiltered, off the top of my head, I help stay-at-home moms generate $500 a week and more, or 500, right? With the dollar sign, with the plus sign, you wouldn't put and more, right? Make it more narrowed, not so wordy. I help stay-at-home moms make $500 plus / week without forfeiting time from their kids. And make sure in there, if you have the right character space, that you include whatever sacrifice, like without forfeiting time from kids. Also make sure that you were to include a time frame. So a time frame saying in this amount of time, in 1 to 2 hours a day, over the next 6 months, there has to be a time frame, a time delay, a time slot to it. So someone can understand logically, okay, this is going to take this amount of time and I don't have to sacrifice time with my kids. Okay, cool. They want in. And then you have, say 2 arrows or something that specifically say, go to makemoneyonline.com or whatever your domain is. Okay. Your bio is super, super important. I want you to think of it like the preface to a book, a first impression. The reason someone stays on a blind date is because they have a good first impression. If you don't have a good first impression, person leaves, right? I don't want that to be you. I want you to be able to maximize TikTok from the beginning because it's the best cold marketing platform without you being spammy Kathy, feeling like you're bugging your family and friends, without you using outdated strategies that you hope would work. TikTok is the way to go about it to get your leg up fast for sales if you do the right things. Profile picture, link, not click and go yet because you don't have followers and it's a personal account. Link in bio typed out so someone could go to it based on what your bio says. I help who do what in what time frame without what sacrifice. Make it so they want to be a part of you. Make it so they want to hit the follow button. Okay. Next, on part 4, you're going to learn a little bit more about that. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and stay plugged in for the next time a video goes live at about 2 o'clock Eastern, either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, depending when you're seeing this video. We'll talk to you then with Grace, Kyrsti.